CASA envisions a bright future for every child in need. CASAs, court-appointed special advocates, are community volunteers that provide a voice in court for children who suffer from abuse and neglect. Here are a few stories that highlight the impact of a CASA volunteer.
CASA makes a huge difference in a kid's life because they have one case or maybe two. They can focus on that case, they can stay with the details, they stay with the kids. I would say to individuals thinking about being a CASA that it does take time and it takes commitment. Make sure you're willing to do both, but I would also say it can be life-changing.
I remember the first time I met Miss Cindy, being there helping me to know what's right and what's wrong. It changed a lot, actually, getting to know that someone's actually there. I've been through a lot, but now I know I'm staying in this one place. I think everybody does need a CASA.
The most rewarding part about being a CASA is knowing that I'm making a difference in children's lives, to know that somebody is there to stand up for them, and just to be their friend.
Amy and Timmy, to me, they are my world. Both of my kids are my life.
My CASA Kevin impacted what I went through so much. He was my voice throughout the case when I couldn't tell people what I wanted or I needed. And he's truly a lot of the reason why I'm with the parents I have today.
My fondest memory of Amy and Timmy, I can't really point to any one moment that I can remember, but I do remember sitting at the children's adoption and just watching them with their new families, and just knowing that after being through this roller coaster ride for 2 years, everything was going to be okay for everybody involved. Amy, Timmy, and their parents. It was just obvious everything was going to work out and that everything was worthwhile for everything we did.
I want to say to other kids that are in foster care that they're not alone when they're going through this. It's really not just you against other people. You have people who have gone through this and know what it feels like to sometimes feel hurt and lonely and abandoned.
So the impact that Kevin had on our case as our CASA was profound, and I think over the years when I later became a volunteer myself, I realized how impactful. I mean, his voice to the court, his voice to the judge, him fighting to keep the kids back together or to get them reunited and keep them together was profound, because that's obviously impacted their whole journey from 2 and 3 to 14 and 15 years old.
My life now is kind of perfect. We have so many fun times, and it's just so filled with love and laughter and family.
I envision going to college and getting my career and staying in the same family and not leaving it.
I envision adopting so another child like me can feel loved and laughter and just absolute total happiness when they're with their family.
I envision a safe and permanent home for every child.
I envision a day when no child is on a waiting list for a CASA advocate.
I envision swearing in 100 new CASA volunteer advocates this year.
I envision safe and stable housing for children that are in the court system.
I envision for CASA a future where they are able to serve every child that really needs their services.
I envision for the CASA program in the future a lot of huge success.
I envision continuing to improve outcomes and assessments for our CASA children.
I envision every organization in our community supporting CASA.
I envision a day when every child in the court system has a trusted adult to look after them.
I envision every CASA having the support and guidance they need.
I envision improved educational outcomes for all CASA children.
I envision recruiting 5 more peer coordinators by next year.
I envision a day where CASA is a household name.
I envision a CASA volunteer advocate for every child in need.